Cambria and I have a new bedtime routine. What do we do with bedtime now, Cam?
Do silly and right.
We do silly and right. So she has this frozen magnet book thing, right?
Yeah.
And she puts the magnets on and she does them silly. Very silly.
Yeah.
And then I tell her, no, that's not right, and then I do it right. She likes it so much that she asked if we could go to bed tonight on her own. I think she also might be a little bit tired. Yeah, that's the bubble magnets. Oh, turn it the other way. Yeah, that's what they look like. All right, let's see what she did on this page. She normally gets it right, so I'm sure she didn't do it silly. The young princess Snowflake. Snowflake's not a princess! Rescued her elder sister, Sven. Sven's not a princess! With the whole kingdom of Olaf. There's no kingdom of Olaf! Ah! From an eternal winter, she saved the day with the help of her courageous ice harvester, Anna. Anna's not an ice harvester. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And his reindeer, Marshmallow Snowman? Marshmallow Snowman's not whatever I said. A reindeer? Not a reindeer. Together they met Snowflake, the kind snowman. That kind of makes sense. Snowmen are made out of snowflakes. And braid the gigantic sled.
Bop!
Wait a minute, that's supposed to be Olaf. And the sled isn't gigantic. That's supposed to be the marshmallow. You're silly, you're silly, you're silly, you're silly. A little too loud, you're gonna wake your sister up.
Oh, right.
And foiled the plans of Prince Upside Down Elsa. Upside Down Elsa. Upside Down Elsa. You're silly. All right, let's do this properly. All right, Dad's gonna fix this. So after we do our bedtime, Cam, what do we do next?
Menopause.
Why are they called Minnerpauls?
Get a menopause.
Because you were watching a show called Glitter Force and couldn't remember the name of it. So you called it Minnerpaul. And I still don't know how this has to do with that show. But this is what we do before bed, because it's obviously relaxing. Ready, Cam?
Ready.
All right, go.
Kiki.
Oh, like she wants a spanking. But then we pick her up and throw her on the bed. Oh.
Yeah.
Are you being toddler Cammy too?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's next? That was called a leg Minnerpole. Do you want to do a back Minnerpole, Cam? Okay. Oh, I need to sit when she says the first one.
Never.
And then I need to stand up and we walk over to the
No,
bed.
then we spin.
Oh, and then we spin. Then we walk over to the bed. Steps got added along the way here. And then bails out.
Tree, Heggy.
Alright, then we do that twice more. Now that Minnerpoles are done, we do spin hugs, which are equally relaxing. We do our big friends that you've seen before, but believe it or not, this actually works to get her to bed. So a while ago we read this book. We're actually not 100% of the way through it, but we're most of the way through it. It's a tough read. It's called, I think, Peaceful Parent, Happy Kid, and it's all about being able to like control your emotions, your reactions to your kid, so that you can let them have their like outbursts. And it's very much about like no punishment, no time out, and you know, we haven't really done a timeout since we read it, but we also like had major issues with meltdowns and like crying and all that sort of stuff. So, and we've been having a lot of trouble with bedtime. So part of why bedtime's going better now is because we don't have, Cambria doesn't have naps and her days are full at kindergarten. But I think one of the other reasons why it's going much better is because instead of focusing on trying to calm her down, I've been focusing on basically like winding her up, getting her to laugh a lot, like tickle her a lot. She's like super silly. She likes doing the Frozen book that you just saw. Silly, and then I say, no, that's not right, you're silly. And that's all stuff from the book, that basically it says that kids have a lot of energy in them, and a lot of emotional energy, and they can only relax or release it by either crying and having a fit or by giggling. So we've taken the try and giggle approach, and it's really worked, even though it seems like she'd be super wound. I just left her room 1 minute ago, and she's lying down. She's not going to sleep yet, but she's lying down. And she used to do this for about an hour, but since we've been doing this, it's only been like probably 10 minutes, and then she'll be asleep. So she is at the door right now, though, because she hears me talking. So I have to deal with that. She's back in bed. So if, like, it's not that often recently that she's been getting out of bed. So the first time to get her from like wound up to go back to sleep, I tell her that we'll do a knockdown hug. You've probably seen those before. If you haven't, I'll link one of the videos from her old bedtime that we used to do the knockdown hugs. So I tell her I'll come back in 5 minutes, and when she comes back, she can have a knockdown hug. Normally she's like sort of dozy by the time I get back. But it helps motivate her to stay in her bed and doesn't end the fun abruptly. It sort of peters out. So I'll let you know how tonight goes. So it is 7:53, which is a big change from like probably 9 to 9:30 is when we actually left her room to go down, and we were sitting in her room and like trying to get her to stay calm. So this way has just been working great.